The Memphis Grizzlies have officially flipped the script on what was looking like a disappointing season. And at the center of it all, literally and figuratively, is 7'4" Zack Edey. You can call him Foul Ming, or Shaquille O'Neal, or the Big Maple, or my personal least favorite, the Big Zamboni. But don't call him a bust, like many of you were doing when he was picked 9th overall in the 2024 NBA draft. Zack Edey is showing he isn't a bust, or soft, or the next Boban. He is now the anchor around which Memphis is rediscovering its identity. After the team underperformed early in the year, with Zack Edey in the lineup after offseason surgery, the entire Grizzlies roster looks tougher, sharper, and far more connected. And if we're being honest, it all tracks back to Edey deciding that this team needed a personality transplant. Welcome everybody, my name is Troy and this is the Half Court Report. Be sure you click that thumbs up button and subscribe for some of the best NBA content that you're going to find on YouTube. Part of Zack Edey's rise comes from him getting fully healthy. Last season, the man himself admitted he was playing on 1.5 ankles, which is a heroic way of saying, guys, I was basically a pirate when I was on the basketball court. Now, both feet are actually functioning properly at the same time. He looks like a different player. He's explosive, he's confident, and he is far more aggressive. When he was drafted, many Memphis fans thought they were getting a player who could take a little bit of time to adjust to the speed and physicality of the NBA. Turns out we were watching a giant trying to hoop on ankles from the clearance aisle. Now with 2 working ankles, Edey is showing everyone why he should have been taken much higher in that draft. I mean, let's be real. If we redid the draft today, he is not going 9th overall. He might go top 5, maybe even higher. Don't you think the Hawks or the Wizards would love to have some Zack Edey on their team right about now? If you gave some teams truth serum and forced them to admit that they really value size, efficiency, and someone who can box out an entire front court at once, I think we know the answer. But Edey's breakout just isn't about him being healthy. It's how he's using his size as a weapon while keeping things simple. In his second season, he's averaging nearly 14 points, 12 rebounds, and 2 blocks in only 26 minutes a night. His true shooting percentage is a hilarious 71%. He takes the vast majority of his shots within 3 feet of the hoop, and he finishes at nearly a 75% clip, and almost 90% of those makes are assisted. So what does that mean? Well, he's become an elite play finisher, not a ball-stopping post-up machine. Memphis has wisely avoided the temptation to turn back the clock to 1999 and dump him the ball every possession. Instead, Memphis keeps the offense flowing, and once the ball finds Zack, he reacts fast, he goes up strong, and he dares defenders to get in the way or get sent into the shadow realm. Edey also sets the cultural tone. In a recent win, when the Grizzlies were down big, he sparked the team with a halftime call-out in New Orleans. He said the team had started to embarrass itself, and that message got through. No more soft stuff, no more floating around. His comments about physicality became a rallying cry. Zack said, everybody knew we weren't doing what we needed to do, and it made us look silly. That honesty, combined with his selflessness, has unified the locker room. Edey talks about defensive rebounding as a team stat and calls offensive boards his personal go-make-something-happen moments. That attitude is contagious. The bench is looking alive. The chemistry looks real. He has literally changed everything for this struggling Memphis team. And now, with the team behind him, Edey is turning up the aggression. He admits that he'd been too quick to kick the ball out after grabbing offensive rebounds, saying that he needed to look to score more. And for a guy this big and this efficient, that is basically announcing his next phase is, I'm going to hurt some box scores now. The critics who insisted Zack Edey couldn't play in the NBA now look like they spent the last 5 years watching highlight reels from 2016. The he's too slow crowd, the he's going to get played off the floor crowd, the he doesn't fit the modern NBA crowd. They were wrong. Edey's success is proof that if you can finish, rebound, defend the rim, and stay connected in the scheme, you can dominate no matter what era you're in. And guys, don't forget that Zack Edey only began playing basketball about 8 years ago. That's when he got too big for hockey. He hasn't peaked and is showing us how he is getting better. The Grizzlies' turnaround is still in its early stages, but the identity shift is unmistakable. They look tougher. They look connected. They look like a team that finally woke up and decided that version of themselves was officially over. Behind Edey's rise, along with some new ankles, the Grizzlies aren't just climbing the standings. They're reclaiming who they are. And if Zack Edey keeps trending upward and he keeps proving those critics wrong, don't be surprised if he's a top 5 center by the end of the year. Because at this point, Zack Edey isn't just undeniable, he is unavoidable. Guys, let me know what you think about Zack Edey in the comments. Since you've watched this far, make sure you drop a like for the YouTube algorithm. Hit that subscribe button too so you never miss an NBA video from me. Check out some of the other content I have on this channel. Don't be a casual in basketball or in life. And I'll catch you next time on the Half Court Report. Peace.